The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And in this case, we really do mean future. Hi there, my name is Ron Chuckett. Welcome to the program for the second day of October 2024. And although the baseball playoffs are underway, and although by the time you see this, you might actually know who won a series or two with the 4 wildcard series, the Dave Cook and the folks at Action PC Baseball have actually released their playoff update with the 12 teams that are in the playoffs. And we are, with some retro logos, because I don't have the Cleveland Guardians logo, are going to quick sim the entire postseason and see how well they do in predicting the playoffs. Now, I give them full credit. I went to disable Chris Sale from the Atlanta Braves just a few moments ago, and he wasn't on the roster. So this is as close as we could actually get it. So if you will, if you are quite ready, let's take one spin around and see who the computer thinks the World Series champions of 2024 are going to be. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Pre-Play 2024, today, the entire Major League postseason. And today's broadcast is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So here you go. I should change this. So here are all the leaders in it. And again, Chris Sale did not make the postseason roster. So the real-life seedings, the Dodgers and Yankees are the top two. And when we do the old-fashioned World Series, it will start at Dodger Stadium between the Dodgers and the Yankees. How about that? Aaron Judge, 58 homers. Ohtani, it's going to be so much fun to play Ohtani, don't you think? Anyway, let me make sure the Braves don't have Sale activated. They do not have Sale activated. Okay, so we're all good for that. We aren't actually going to be playing any of these games out. As far as there, it's all going to be quick sims. And so here we go. Best of 3, first round series. Let's start in the National League, Atlanta and San Diego. Game dates must be in chronological order. Okay. Okay. New York, Milwaukee. All right. And so in game 1, Milwaukee beats New York 5-3, which I know did not happen. What did happen? They won 5-3. How'd that happen? A 3-run sixth. Sal Frelick scored Adams to tie the ball game at 3. Joey Ortiz singled home Hoskins to make it 4-3, and Bryce Trang with the fielder's choice to make it 5-3. Milwaukee hangs on in their game 1. Ross gets the win. Garrett takes the loss, and Grimace is upset. And so that is the complete box score for that. So that's game 1. Now can I play? No. I gotta play. Oh. Detroit and Houston. Oh, come on. They're all day games. All right, opener between Kansas City and Baltimore. It's a 1-0 game in real life. A no-hitter! Oh, my goodness. A pitcher threw a no-hitter in a playoff game. A 1-walk effort by Burns. 9 innings, 133 pitches, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. And that would be the first no-hitter in a wild card round. Wow. 2-0 early in the 7th. Gunnar Henderson, a 3-run homer. In the 8th, Baltimore just opened up the floodgates. Westberg hit by a pitch to score a run with the bases loaded. Colton Cowser, a sac fly. Ramon Urias to score a error, and then Gunnar Henderson, a sac fly. But Corbin Burns, a no-hitter. Wow. Lugo takes a loss for Kansas City. So, Baltimore up 1-0. Let's do Detroit and Houston game 1, shall we? Can I do Atlanta, San Diego? Yes. San Diego takes game 1 of that series 9-5. They get up 8-1 in the second. Jurickson Profar with a 2-run double to make it 5-1 in the second. Manny Machado, a 2-run double to make it 7-1. Xander Bogaerts. Don't you wish the Red Sox had players like that? Makes it 8-1. Don Orsillo's happy. Braves get 3 in the third. Ozuna, a double. And then Matt Olson, a 2-run homer to make it 8-4. It would be 9-5. So Ozuna 2 for 4. Laureano 3 for 4. And pitching, Smith Shaw. Oh, oof. 8 runs in 1 inning. The opposite of a no-hitter. Braves bullpen does really well. King goes 4 innings, 99 pitches. Hoeing gets the win. And so that is the box score for game number 1 of that series. And that took a whopping 3 hours and 32 minutes to play. Okay, so the last will be the first here between Detroit and Houston. They are in chronological order. And Houston takes game 1 of that series, 2-1, 3 hours and 9 minutes. Skubal, who won the Triple Crown in the American League, 6 innings, 4 hits, a run. It was earned, 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. A 2-1 game. It was decided in the 7th. Jose Altuve, an RBI single to score Myers to make it 2-1. That will do it. Framber Valdez struck out 5 through 6. Presley, Abreu, and Hader worked 3 scoreless innings and strike out 5 in the process as Houston goes up 1-0. Holton takes a loss for Detroit. And then Vest, I went to school with the girl by the name of Vest, strikes out 2 in his inning, and that will do it for that. So the series, San Diego, Milwaukee, all the home teams win their game 1s. In the game 2s, I know these are all in order. Houston sweeps the series, according to Action PC, 4-2. Kikuchi, 5 innings of shutout ball, strikes out 9. Olsen takes a loss. In a 4-2 win, Houston got 2 in the second. Jake Myers, a 2-run double to make it 2-0. Then Mauricio Dubon in the 4th, a fielder's choice, 3-0. That was it. Detroit couldn't score in the 6th. Houston, Jake Myers added a fielder's choice to make it 4-0. Colt Keith, a homer in the 8th, and Wencel Perez in the 9th. 2 solo shots, but 4-2 the final. Houston wins the series and moves on to the ALCS. Kikuchi, 9 strikeouts through 5, gets the win. Hader picks up the save. Olsen picks up the loss. On a beautiful day inside in Houston. You don't need a game 3. So Houston goes on to play Cleveland, I think. Baltimore and KC now. Baltimore, according to the computer, will sweep. In fact, a 3-run homer in the 9th. Who hit it? Anthony Santander. Boom goes the dynamite. They win 4-1, and coming off a no-hitter in Game 1, they sweep the Royals with a 4-1 win. Dominguez gets the win. He pitched a scoreless 9th. Lynch gives up the tough luck home run. There was an error in that one. Did we have the error? whose error did it. So McCann grounded out to second. Oh, Henderson popped to the catcher who dropped it. Gunnar Henderson set it up with a nobody out error. Westberg with a single, and then Santander a 3-run homer down the line and left, and Baltimore moves on. So the ALDSs are set. It's the Orioles and the Yankees, followed by Houston and Cleveland. Now let's do the game 3s or 2s in the National League. New York forces a game 3 against Milwaukee. They win a 5-0 shutout. Pete Alonso and double to score Brendan Nimmo in the second to make it 1-0. J.D. Martinez doubles home Alonso 2-0. That's all the Mets would need. Iglesias with an RBI single in the 5th, and Tyrone Taylor with a 2-run double in the 9th. So Manaea gets the win, 6 innings. Budo picks up the save. A 9-out save as the Mets force a decisive game 3 at minus stuff too. And there is the batting boxes. And it took 3 hours and 23 minutes to play. San Diego trying to advance. Can they? No. Atlanta forces a game 3. Max Fried, 8 innings, strikes out 6 in the win. 10-5 the final. It wasn't even that close. Braves go up 1-0 in the first. Michael Harris, the second, hits a solo homer. Then Orlando Arcia scores Gio Urshela on a double to make it 2-0 Atlanta. 3-0 Atlanta in the fourth. Urshela a solo homer. But back come the Padres. Xander Bogaerts, with a 2-run homer to make it 3-2. Then the Braves break it open in the fifth. They score 3, and Matt Olson double to score Ozzie Albies. Jorge Soler, a sac fly to make it 5-2. And then Travis d'Arnaud, a double to score Olson to make it 6-2. They go up 10-2. And then Manny Machado, a garbage time 3-run homer in the 9th. So Fried picks up the win. 8 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 6. Musgrove takes the loss, 4 2/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, just 3 earned, 2 errors from San Diego. The 2 homers, Urshela and someone else, and he struck out 6. So again, game 3s all around. Milwaukee and New York. Game 3 at the Euchre Dome. And no more grimace. McDonald Land strikes out. Milwaukee moving on with a 5-2 win. Savali gets the win. Peterson takes the loss. It was a 4-run 5th. Bryce Terang with a ground ball that was booted by the first baseman. 2-1 Brewers. Blake Perkins, a fielder's choice, makes it 3-1. Willie Adams with a single, 4-1, and then Gary Sanchez with a single, 5-1. Holy non-modern baseball, Batman. It was all on singles. So 5-2, the final. The Mets get a run late, but can't do anything with it. Savali goes to 1-0. Williams picks up his second save of the playoffs, and Peterson falls to 0-1. The Mets season, a good one, but it ends with a 5-2 loss to Milwaukee. So Bob Uecker's season continues. So the question is, who goes and faces the Dodgers? It'll be San Diego. According to the computer, they beat Atlanta 7-6. A walk-off win in the 11th inning. How did that happen? Jackson Merrill singles home Jackson Profar with a single 7-6. The Padres move on. It's amazing because if the Braves had won the first game on Monday, because they won the second, they wouldn't have had to face all that. But yet, they did. Lee takes a loss, inning in the third, gives up the run. Matsui gets the win. He gets 4 outs and strikes out a man. So San Diego and L.A. and 1 NLDS. 4 hours and 26 minutes. There's the box score for that. Braves hit 286 in the series. So, the best of threes are done. Let's play some best of fives. Game 1, San Diego and LA. And the Dodgers win game 1 2-0. Blake Trinan really gets the win in relief over Yu Darvish. 2-0 the final. Dodgers get a single run in the 6th. Mookie Betts, a solo homer to make it 1-0. Then Freddie Freeman singles home Ohtani to make it 2-0 there. Angel fans, don't look. So the Dodgers win game 1 of their best of 5 LDS 2-0. In the other one, the Phils beat Milwaukee 6-5 in game 1. It was a big 6-inning. Milwaukee went up 4-2. Willie Adams a walk to score. Turang to make it 3-2. Jake Bauers a sac fly. Then Rhys Hoskins with a single to make it 5-2. But the Phillies took over in the 6th. Johan Rojas a single to score. Stott and then Kyle Schwarber crushed a 3-run homer 6-5. Milwaukee 2 on, 2 out. Sal Frelick struck out. Milwaukee hitting .236 so far in this postseason, and Kyle Schwarber leading off, homered. Zach Wheeler goes 6 innings, strikes out 7. Hoffman and Estevez shut the door behind them. So that's 1-0 in that series. Now the ALDSs. From New York, Yankee Stadium. The Yankees beat Baltimore 4-2 in game 1. Garrett Cole only lasts 3 innings, but they get the win. Yankees get 3 runs in the 6th. Anthony Rizzo an RBI single to tie the ball game at 2. Juan Soto hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Goodness gracious, Buffy St. Marie. Then Austin Wells scored with the bases loaded walk. So Baltimore couldn't pitch this one. And Adi Reuschman gets ejected in the 8th. The Yankees had a chance to bring it farther. Couldn't do it. 3 hours and 16 minutes. There is the batting box score. Suarez takes a loss. He gave up 3 runs in an inning and 2/3. Poteet and Weaver, the Yankee bullpen, 6 shutout innings. Houston and Cleveland game 1. Houston wins an easy one, 11-3. Eric Getty, 4 innings of relief to get the win. Beebe takes the loss. It was 5-0 after 3. Yainer Diaz hit a 2-run homer. Alex Bregman hit a 2-run homer in the 2nd. It was pretty much one-sided in favor of Houston. Bring out the garbage cans. So 4 hours and 5 minutes there. Houston hitting .247 even with that. Cleveland, well, there's another day tomorrow. In fact, game 2. Cleveland evens up the series with a 5-1 win. Everyone got a day off, just a way to get the computer to work. 5-1, Cleveland. Pretty easy win. It looks like Bregman hit a sac fly in the 1st for the lone run for Houston. Then Stephen Kwan homered a monster shot to tie the game in the 1st. They went ahead into 3rd after Houston failed to score with the bases loaded. Lane Thomas doubled home Rocchio to make it 2-1, and then Cleveland just went on for an easy 5-1 win. That's not Ocam Boyd. It's another Boyd. He goes 3, gives up the low run, and then Cleveland slams the door. Valdez, who pitched the first game of the wild card series, takes the loss. He strikes out 10 over 7. Baltimore evens up the Yankee series 6-4. They get 6 runs between the 4th and the 5th, and Burns, who threw the no-hitter in game 1 of his series, goes 7 strong for Baltimore. Rodon takes a loss. How did this happen? It was scoreless in the 4th. Santander bombs one at Yankee Stadium to make it 1-0. Then Ramon Urias made John Sterling fall out of his perch. A 2-run shot to make it 3-0. Then Santander, his second of the game, this time a 3-run homer. Baltimore 6, the Yankees nothing. Yankees storm back. Jazz Chisholm hits 2 home runs, a solo shot in the 5th and a solo shot in the 6th. Giancarlo Stanton, a sac fly in the 6th. Juan Soto homer to make it 6-4 in the 8th. But all for naught. Dominguez picks up the save. He walks a man in the 9th, but that's about it. So that series is even at 1 game apiece, and Santander is a stud. The National League Series. Philadelphia won game 1 6-5. Milwaukee wins game 2 4-2. Peralta beats Aaron Nola. 3-run second was the big difference. Jake Bauers, a 2-run homer, and Rhys Hoskins, a solo shot to a lead that Milwaukee would not lose. Bryce Harper, a single in a losing effort, got home the first run. And then Cody Clemens, yep, you know his dad, homered in the 8th to make it 4-2. Peralta gets the win, 5 innings, strikes out 8. Williams picks up his 3rd save. This series is tied at 1. Aaron Nola, 6 innings, 12 hits, 4 runs, all earned. In game 2, the Dodgers take a nail-biter over San Diego. A walk-off win for the Dodgers in the 9th inning. 1-1 tie. Gavin Lux singles home Smith, who went 2 for 4 himself. The Dodgers win 2-1. They have a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 series. They win both of their home games. Mookie Betts doubled home Ohtani in the 1st. Fernando Tatis tied the ball game in the 6th. Yamamoto, 6 innings, 3 hits, and 7 strikeouts. King, 5 innings, 4 hits, the 1 run. He walked 2 and struck out 8, and Suarez couldn't do much. Gave up the run, didn't get anybody out. And Ohtani in these playoffs is hitting .625 in the first 2 games. Look at that. Ohtani, Betts, Freeman. Oh, my word. So, can the Dodgers win the series in Game 3 in San Diego? Yes, they can. So we project a Dodgers sweep. That's Ohtani, 4 for 4, scores 4 times. Hits .750 in the series. Steals 4 bases. In the 3rd, Mookie Betts, a 2-run double. It was 2-1 Dodgers at the time. Freddie Freeman, a double. And then Teoscar Hernandez, a 2-run homer. San Diego would make it 7-4. Fernando Tatis and Manny Machado with homers. But the Dodgers would open it up in the 4th. Mookie Betts hit grounds to 3rd for an error to make it 8-4. Then Freddie Freeman, a fielder's choice, to make it 9-4. San Diego goes home. Knack, 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, all earned. But he's moving on. They give up 4 homers in this one. Higashioka with 2, Tatis with 1, and Machado with 1. Grove picks up the win. Musgrove takes the loss, and the Dodgers move on to the NLCS. We don't know who they're going to play yet because we go to the Euchre Dome for Game 3. We don't need to know the way home. All we are is the Euchre Dome. And the Phillies shut out Milwaukee in Game 3 in 15 innings. I don't believe we're playing with the extra rules there. So Sanchez, 7 innings, 8 strikeouts. Couldn't do it. Look at this pitching line. How did it happen? In the 15th inning, JT Realmuto doubles home with the bases loaded, clears the bases, the only 3 runs of the game. The Phillies go up 2-1 in their best-of-5 series. They can wrap it up in Game 4. And Joe Ross takes a loss for Milwaukee. Don't get me started on Joe Ross. American League Divisional Series. Remember, the Orioles and the Yankees split in New York. So to Baltimore we go. And the Orioles win Game 3 in 10 innings. Cedric Mullins singles home Westburg. for the win. Ian Hamilton takes a loss. Here come the Judge. Aaron Judge homers in the first to make it 1-0. Jason Dominguez hits a 2-run homer in the second. 3-0 New York at that point. And Baltimore sends 9 to the plate in the second. Mullins with a bases loaded walk to score Mountcastle. Urias walks with the bases loaded to score Westburg. And then Reutemann with the bases loaded walk to make it 3-3. So the Orioles have the Yankees on the ropes with Game 4 in Baltimore. Gill, 4 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He walked 5. Elfin, 8 innings, 8 hits, and 5 strikeouts. And that's with a bad bullpen for the Orioles. So Baltimore on the verge. Houston, Cleveland. Game 3. And Cleveland goes into Minute Maid and wins 4-2, a 3-run 7th. Kikuchi and Lively, but it's Sobrowski with the win. How did it happen? Lane Thomas. They're trailing 2-1, 7th inning. Lane Thomas an RBI double to tie the game. And then Jose Ramirez an RBI single to score Kwan to give them a 3-2 lead. Josh Naylor a line drive to make it 4-2, and that's all Cleveland needed. 3 hours and 25 minutes. Cleveland hitting .258 in his playoffs, and Houston just .230. So Houston's back's against the wall. Sobrowski gets the win. Kleiss picks up the save. Presley, tell me, dear, when you pitch like that, you're going to be lonesome tonight. So back's against the wall. Milwaukee first. NLDS Game 4. Coming off the shutout. Milwaukee forces a decisive Game 5 in Philly. Eucherdome for the win. Savali picks up a second win in the playoffs. Ashby, a 12-out save. My word. 7-2 the final. It was a 4-run second. All Milwaukee needed. Joey Ortiz, a double to make it 1-0. Bryce Terang, a 2-run single, 3-0. Blake Perkins, 4-0 with a single. Philly huffed and they puffed, but they couldn't get any closer than that. We go back to Philadelphia for a Game 5. Showed you that. Schwarber struck out twice. He's hitting .067. As a team in this NLDS, the Phillies are hitting .210. Euchre will make the trip. Game 4 in Baltimore. Can they knock out the Yankees in the ALDS? Nope. The Yankees force a Game 5. They score 4 in the first. Baltimore responds with 4 in the second. Garrett Cole this time goes 5 innings. Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton, a monster 3-run bomb to make it 4-0. The Baltimore tied the ball game in the second. Ryan O'Hearn, a solo homer, his first of the playoffs, 4-1. Urias, a sac fly to make it 4-2. Gunnar Henderson, RBI single, 4-3. And then Reutemann, an RBI single to tie the ball game at 4. Yankees go up 6-4 in the fourth. Juan Soto, his second in the playoffs, a 2-run shot to make it 6-4. In the ninth, Baltimore tried to get it. They got a run on a hit and an error. Emmanuel Rivera with an RBI triple, but the Yankees hold on. Dean Kramer did not pitch well. 4 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Of the 2 homers, he walked 4 and struck out 1. So the Yankees go home for a decisive Game 5. Now, can Cleveland close out Houston? No. We have 3 Game 5s here. Houston forces a Game 5 back in Cleveland. How did it happen? Yanier Diaz, a 2-run homer in the first, 2-0 Stros. And the third, an RBI single from Diaz to make it 3-0. To score Dubon. In the fourth, Altuve singled home Dubon to make it 4-0. Wasn't enough. In the fifth, Cleveland starts to come back. Brian Rocio, a 3-run homer to make it 4-3. Manzadaro singles to tie the ball game at 4 in the 6th. Then Jose Altuve singles on Pena to give him a 5-4 lead. They'll not lose that. Dubon with an RBI single in the 7th, 6-4. We have a Game 5 in Cleveland. Neris gets the win. Brown and Beebe, not great starts. Hader picks up his 3rd save. There is the batting box score. Cleveland hitting .267 in the series. Houston, not bad. And it took 3.5 hours to play. So 3 Game 5s. Milwaukee and Philly from Philadelphia. The winner goes to Los Angeles. And the winner is Philadelphia. Zach Wheeler picks up the win. They win 5-1. Wheeler goes 7. Castellanos a double in the first to make it 1-0. A sac fly from Castellanos makes it 2-0. Trey Turner a solo homer in the 5th, 3-0. All they would need. Bryson Stott adds a 2-run homer in the 8th. Milwaukee season ends. It'll be Philadelphia and Los Angeles in the NLCS. Peralta takes a loss, 1-1. He goes 5, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. He struck out 5. Zach Wheeler, 7 innings, a 1-run ball, 8 hits, and strikes out 12. The NLCS is set. Now, Game 5 at the stadium. This gets annoying. Who will go to the ALCS? It'll be the New York Yankees in a 10-7 win. A 6-run 4th does it. Burns, 3 innings, 10 hits, 7 runs, all earned. Ugh. Rodon picks up the win for New York. Baltimore gave it their all. The Yankees a 2-run single in the first. Stanton with it. Then in the second, after a Reuschman solo homer, Gleyber Torres singles home Anthony Rizzo. Then Aaron Judge doubles home Juan Soto. 4-1 in the second. Baltimore, 2 in the top of the third. Mullins and Henderson solo shots. Then the skies just poured Yankee universe in the 4th. Gleyber Torres, a 3-run homer to make it 7-3. Then Wells put some salt in the wound, a 2-run double, 9-3. Baltimore in the 8th got 4 back. Santander, who hit 4 home runs in the postseason, made it 10-5. Kowser and Urias with fielder's choices, 10-7 the final. Luke Weaver picks up the save, and Baltimore, even with a no-hitter, took the Yankees to the limit one more time. So the Orioles hit .228 in the series, but they they get to Game 5 of the LDS. The Yankees hit .267. Gleyber Torres hit .476 in the series. The last Game 5. That's nuts. Cleveland goes home to play Houston, and so far we've had the home field advantage has paid off. But not here. The Astros beat Cleveland in the 12th inning, 4-1. Hader, 6 outs, gets the win. Kyle Tucker, a bases-loaded walk. Cade Smith took the loss. Jeremy Pena puts more salt in the wound, a 2-run single, and the Astros will go to New York to play the Yankees for the American League pennant. So Framber Valdez, 8 innings of no earned run ball and struck out 7. And Cleveland, what a way to end the season. A 12-inning loss. All right, so here we go. Philly and the Dodgers. Starts off the NLCS, and the Dodgers beat the Phillies 9-5. You think that television doesn't want the Dodgers in here? It'll be, well, Aaron Nola absolutely hammered the Dodgers pitchers. I think 4 innings from their starter. It doesn't matter. It was 5-0 Dodgers in the first. Mr. D. Scott Howard and the Goats having a good old party. Freddie Freeman, an RBI single to score Ohtani in the first. Will Smith, yeah, you know him, on RBI single to score Freeman to make it 2-0. And then Gavin Lux, a bases clearing double in the bottom of the first to make it 5-0 Dodgers. Phillies made it 5-3 in the second. Brandon Marsh on a single and an error by the right fielder to make it 5-1. Trey Turner, a 2-run single to make it 5-3. And that was it. That's as close as the Phillies got. Dodgers got a 2-run homer from Ohtani in the 8th to make it 9-4. Turner, a home run in garbage time to make it 9-5. Ohtani now hitting .647 on the postseason. Meanwhile, at Yankee Stadium, the Yankees beat the Astros 6-5 in Game 1. A walk-off win! You can hear John Sterling now. Jose Trevino tied the ball game with a home run off a Hader, and then Aaron Judge, an RBI single to win the ball game. Now, back and forth, it was 3-0 Yankees after 3. Jazz Chisholm a solo homer. Then Aaron Judge, a 2-run one that you couldn't find, 404 feet, to make it 3-0 in the third. Kyle Tucker made it 3-2 in the sixth, the 2-run shot. Soto made it 4-2 with a sac fly in the seventh. Then Alex Bregman, oh, I don't even look at that, cleared the bases with a double in the eighth to make it 5-4, and then Hader couldn't hold on. Trevino tied it with a solo shot, then Judge won it with a RBI single. So the Yankees go up 1-0. And they go up 2-0 with a 4-2 win in Game 2. They got 3 in the first. Juan Soto, a 2-run homer, his third of the playoffs. And then Aaron Judge just absolutely bamboozled one, 430 feet. Houston didn't recover, 3-0 in the first. Stanton had a home run in the fourth to make it 4-2. Garrett Cole, 6 in the third, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 3 hits, picks up his second win of the playoffs. So the Yankees hold serve. How about the Dodgers? Yep. 7-4. Yamamoto, 6 innings, strikes out 6. 7-4 the win. It was 7-0 by the fifth. Will Smith, a 2-run homer in the second. An RBI double from Freddie Freeman and an RBI single from Will Smith made it 4-0 in the third. Hernandez, a 2-run homer, made it 6-0. Max Muncy, you remember him, singled home Smith to make it 7-0. Phillies put up 4 in the seventh. Real Muto with a single, and then Brandon Marsh, no relation to Jordan, a 3-run homer to make it 7-4. So everyone goes to the day off now. The scenes all change. We go to Philadelphia and Houston with the home teams up, with the top 2 teams up 2-0. Game 3 in Philly. And the Phillies win, a walk-off win in the 10th. Trey Turner, an RBI double in the 10th inning, makes it a 3-2 game, and the series now 2-1. Hernandez, a sac fly in the first, gave the Dodgers a 1-0 lead. Then Kyle Schwarber hits a monstrous home run, I'm sure, because everything he does was monstrous, to make it a 1-1 game in the first. Phillies go up 2-1 in the sixth. Bryce Harper, his first home run of the postseason. Goodness gracious. Buffy St. Marie, 2-1. Dodgers tie it in the ninth. A sac fly by Will Smith, and then Turner won it in the 10th. Wheeler, 7 in the third, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts. Knack, dancing around to My Sharona, 5 innings, 4 hits. The solo homer from Schwarber. Banda gave up the homer to Harper, and Hudson took the loss. Ohtani down to 500 now in the playoffs. He should be fired. So, hope for Houston as we play Game 3 of that series. Nope. Yankees win 3-2. They get a run in the first. They get 2 in the 8th. Stanton an RBI double to score Juan Soto in the first. Astros tie it in the third. Yanier Diaz singles home Myers. In the eighth, a bases-loaded hit by pitch to Trent Grisham scored Gleyber Torres to make it 2-1. Then Ben Rice with the bases-loaded walked to score Juan Soto. Houston threatened in the ninth. Victor Caratini scored Tucker on a single, but that's that for that. Luke Weaver, a 6-out save. Rodon, 5 innings, 5 hits, and strikes out 8. Valdez, 7 innings, strikes out 8. Abreu takes the loss. The Yankees 1 win away from the World Series. They're hitting .245, but it's effective. So, can the Yankees wrap this up in 4? Is there a sweep? No. Houston wins game 4, 3-1. Where have the Yankees been in this situation before? I don't know. Blanco picks up the win. Yanier Diaz, a single to make it 1-0. Then Bregman with a single to score Wilson Alvarez to make it 2-0. In the fourth, Jeremy Pena, a solo homer, 3-0. All the Astros needed. Rizzo, a fielder's choice in the fifth, but that's as far as the Yankees got. Clark Schmidt takes a loss, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned a homer. Poteet and Hill, 3 scoreless innings out of the bullpen. Blanco, 6 innings, strikes out 10, gives up the run. Then the Astros pen, 9 outs, 1 hit. That's pretty good. And no sweep. Dodgers-Phillies, game 4 in Philadelphia. Philly ties up the series. A certified class, a walk-off win, 8-7. Kopech takes the loss. Estevez gets the win. How did this happen? Ohtani starts the ball game. Kaboom! 406 feet, 1-0 Dodgers. Castellanos ties it in the bottom of the first to score Trey Turner on a single, 1-1. In the second, Tommy Edman a solo homer to make it 2-1 L.A. In the third, Will Smith walked with the bases loaded to score Ohtani to make it 3-1 L.A. Then Philly responds in the third. Castellanos, an RBI single to score Rojas. Then Alec Boehm, a 3-run shot. Philly 5, Dodgers 3. Real Muto in the fourth made it 6-3. You think that would be enough to sink the Dodgers? No. In the fifth, Will Smith, an RBI single to score Mookie Betts, 6-4. Tommy Edman, a fielder's choice, makes it 6-5. In the sixth, Mookie Betts, an RBI double, 6-6. We go to the ninth. Kevin Kiermaier, an RBI single to score Betts, 7-6. But the Dodgers' pen cannot hold Trey Turner. Don't you wish the Washington Nationals had players like that? An 2-run RBI double, 8-7. Kopech, 2 unearned runs. There was an error there. Takes a loss. Estevez, 1 inning. He gives up the run, gets the win anyway. Suarez, 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 homers. Walker Buehler, 5 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Not a pitcher's duel in any way, shape, or form. The Dodgers are hitting .296 in the postseason. And this instant classic, 3 hours and 47 minutes. So game 5, someone will have the chance to go back to L.A. with a chance to win the series. And it's Philadelphia. 7-4. A 5-run second in it. Banks gets the win. Flaherty takes the loss. Teoscar Hernandez a solo shot, then Will Smith a 2-run homer, and just like that, it's 3-0 L.A. But back come the Phils. They send 9 to the plate. JT Realmuto doubles home Stott to make it 3-1. Brandon Marsh singles home Realmuto to make it 3-2. Schwarber doesn't homer. He singles to tie the ball game, and then Bryce Harper. If this is the last game in Philadelphia this year, Harper will leave him happy. A 2-run RBI single, 5-3 Phils. Dodgers make it 5-4 in the fourth. Then Trey Turner puts it out of reach. A 6-4 solo shot in the fifth. Dodgers failed to score on a hit and 2 walks in the eighth. 7-4 the final. Phils lead the series 3-2. Nola 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 homers. Flaherty 5 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Philly kept Ohtani off the bases. All right, Game 5 here in Houston. The Yankees don't want to send us back to New York. They want it done now. No, sir. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 18-0. Are you kidding me? 18, a two-hitter. You get a run, and you get a run, and you get a run. We'll just leave this on the screen. John Singleton, a grand slam to make it 5-0. They had to pull out the heart machine to get John Sterling's heart restarted after that. My, 18-0. Kikuchi gets the win, a two-hitter through 6. Neris and Ferguson do the job. The Yankees, well, the less that's said about this, the better. Every Houston player got a hit except for Myers, who drove in 2, and Singleton drove in 5. 18 runs, 16 hits, no errors. So, New York doesn't want a Game 7. We've seen this before. They were up 3-0. Can they go to the World Series? Yes, they do. Crisis averted, 4-3. Anthony Rizzo grounds into a double play with the bases loaded. That's how they get their first run. In the second, they didn't get a run there. Gleyber Torres, a fielder's choice to make it 1-0. Chisholm, and then Rizzo, a 2-run homer to make it 4-0. Houston made it 4-3 in the 5th. Alvarez, an RBI single. Diaz, an RBI single. Bregman with a sac fly, but in the 7th with 2 on, Alex Bregman grounds into a double play. The Yankees win the pennant. They go to the World Series with a 4-3-1. Garrett Cole, 3-0 in these playoffs. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Weaver picks up his 5th save. Brown, 0-2. A good run for Houston. Who are the Yankees going to play in the World Series? It's the Yankees' first trip in 15 years. Will it be Philly or will it be the Dodgers? It will be the Philadelphia Phillies. They upset the Dodgers. 8-7 the final in 14 innings. So it's 2009 all over again. In an instant classic, Trey Turner, his 4th of the playoffs. 1-0 Phils in the first. Hernandez, fielder's choice, 1-1. Dodgers go up in the 3rd, 2-1. Kike Hernandez, a solo shot. Bryce Harper, a sac fly in the 5th to make it 2-2. Hernandez doubles home Rojas to make it 3-2 in the 5th. Alec Bohm ties the game in the 6th with a solo shot. JT Realmuto is ejected. He'll play in the World Series. He can cry himself to sleep. In the 6th, the Dodgers scored 3. Max Muncy walks with the bases loaded. Freddie Freeman scores 4-3. Kike Hernandez, a 2-run double to make it 6-3 in the 6th. But in the 7th, Nick Castellanos, a 3-run homer, made it 6-6. Phillies had a chance in the 8th. They couldn't score on a hit and 3 walks. In the 9th, they go ahead 7-6. Brandon Marsh with a single to score Stott. They're 3 outs away from the pennant. Not so fast, my friend. Miguel Rojas, an RBI single to score Freddie Freeman. 7-7. We play on. 14 innings. Johan Rojas, an RBI double to score Brandon Marsh. The Phillies win an all-expense-paid trip to New York. For the Yankees, they win 8-7. Here's the pitching line. Allard gets the win. 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Not much more you can say about that. Almost 6 hours to play. Ohtani's first postseason. He hits .415. All that talent. And it's the Phillies going to the World Series. Be their second trip in 3 years. Midlife Crisis will be happy. It's given Philly the advantage. Philly gets home field. The match Dan. Game 1 goes to the Phils. Zach Wheeler picks up his 3rd win of the postseason. Phillies win game 1, 4-2. Castellanos an RBI single in the first to score Bohm. Real Muto a solo shot in the fourth, and Trey Turner hits his fifth of the postseason in the fourth. The Yankees fight back. A solo shot from Soto in the sixth, and then Gleyber Torres an RBI single in the ninth. Wheeler 3-0 in the postseason, 6 1/3, 8 hits and 8 strikeouts. Rizzo, who has World Series experience, goes 3 for 4 in game 1. 3 hours and 20 minutes of John Smoltz. I'm sorry. Game 2 belongs to Philly. Now, wow, they are on a run. 8-6 in game 2. They get to Garrett Cole. Phillies go up 3-0 in the second. In the first, Castellanos scores Trey Turner on a single, 1-0. And then Brandon Marsh a sac fly and Trey Turner a fielder's choice, 3-0. Yankees tied the game in the third. Gleyber Torres a solo homer, 3-1. Aaron Judge, his fourth of the playoffs, a solo homer, 3-2. Giancarlo Stanton hits his third, 3-3 in the third. Yankees go up 6-3 in the fifth. Stanton a double to score Wells, 4-3. Then Jason Dominguez a 2-run double, 6-3. And the Phils, you can't stop them. You can only hope to contain them. Johan Rojas clears the bases on a double to tie it. Castellanos singles home Rojas to make it 7-6, and then Bohm an RBI single to make it 8-6. The Phils make it stick. Ruiz gets a second win in the playoffs. Alvarado works around a hit in the ninth. Cousins, not Kirk, takes a loss. We go to New York. The Phillies halfway to a championship. But the Yankees win game 3, 5-4. Phillies up 2-0 in the second. First, Castellanos an RBI single for Turner in the first. Johan Rojas, a fielder's choice, 2-0 Phils in the second. They're kind of smelling it down in Philadelphia. Jose Trevino for the Yankees, however, hits a 3-run bomb to make it 3-2 New York. Then Stanton, his fourth of the postseason, makes it 4-2. Jazz Chisholm, an RBI single to score Gleyber Torres to make it 5-2. In the eighth, Philly cut it to 1. Cody Clemens, a 2-run double, but Brandon Marsh strikes out with the bases loaded, and that's that for that. Yankees up 2-1 in the series. Gill gets the win. Sanchez takes the loss. And 3 hours and 22 minutes. So far, the home team has won every game in the series. Until now, the Phillies are 1 game away from their first World Championship since 2008. High hopes up. They beat the Yankees 5-1. Trey Turner a sac fly in the third, 1-0 Phils. Then Soto a single to score Trevino to make it 1-1. Then Trey Turner a 3-run homer in the sixth. 4-1 Phils. And then Schwarber adds salt to the wounds, a single in the ninth. 5-4. Suarez 6 innings for his first win in the playoffs. He strikes out 6. Schmidt 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Turner hitting .415 in the postseason. Schwarber 3 for 5. So game 5. The pennant on the World Championship on the line. The Phillies 1 win away, and if they don't win this, they got 2 cracks at home. They'll need them. The Yankees win game 5, 6-2. Oops. As I hit the wrong thing, Austin Wells a sac fly in the third. Yankees go up 1-0. Chisholm, his 5th home run of the year, 2-0 in the fourth. But the Phillies have done this all postseason. Castellano doubles home Turner in the 6th to make it 2-1. Real Muto, a fielder's choice, to make it 2-2. The Yankees said, no, you're not doing this in our field. Austin Wells a solo homer to make it 3-2. Stanton a solo homer to make it 4-2. And Dominguez a solo homer to make it 5-2. Anthony Volpe added an insurance run to make it 6-2. The Yankees have forced it back down to Philadelphia. Zach Wheeler takes his first loss of the postseason, 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs. All earned, he strikes out 9. Rodon, 6 innings and strikes out 6. So the Yankees live to fight another day. And in Game 6, the Phillies, on the 1st of November, have won the World Series 7-5. So their first World Series win since 2008. Anthony Rizzo, an RBI single to score Wells to make it 1-0. Then the Phillies started popping the champagne. Alex Bohm a double to make the score. Bryce Harper 1-1. JT Realmuto, a 3-run homer to make it 4-1 Phillies. Aaron Judge made it 4-2 in the 6th. A solo homer, his 5th. Bryson Stott thought it was enough, a single to score Bone to make it 5-2. Then in the 7th, the Yankees, because it's the Yankees, Juan Soto, a 3-run homer to tie the game at 5. In the 8th, a sac fly, Brandon Marsh to make it 6-5. Rojas with the insurance run. The Phillies win their first championship since 2008, at least according to Action PC. Hoffman, 7 outs for the win. Garrett Cole, 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Aaron Nola pitched well. Trey Turner, 1 for 2 at .423 in the playoffs. And so, that's that for that. Let's see what the stats come in, right? No stats. So there you have it. According to us, the Phillies will beat the Yankees in 6. That was fun. I doubt any of that actually happens, but it's just one thing that could happen. Don't sleep on the Phillies. And the Dodgers and Yankees are very good teams. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see how this actually plays out. We'll talk to you the next time.